Hey God, I don't even know where to begin. It's not that I want to go back to the past. I just miss the version of me that didn't feel this heavy. The me that used to smile without forcing it. The me that used to believe you'd show up, instantly, effortlessly, without this constant war in my mind. Back then, I prayed differently. I didn't overthink everything. I didn't question your silence. I just talked, and somehow I knew you were listening. Now, even my prayers feel tired, rehearsed, like I'm speaking into a void that used to echo back. I miss that kid, the one who thought you and I were unstoppable together, the one who cried during worship, not out of exhaustion, but out of awe. The one who believed faith was simple, just trust and obey. Before heartbreak made it complicated, before disappointment rewired how I see you. God, somewhere along the way, I lost something. I don't know when exactly. Maybe when the prayers went unanswered, or when I started seeing people I loved walk away. Maybe when I realized that faith doesn't always shield you from pain. Or maybe it was gradual, like a slow fade I didn't notice, until one day I looked in the mirror and thought, who even is this? I used to be bold. I used to talk about your goodness without hesitation. Now I pause, not because I doubt you're good, but because I don't always feel it. I used to run to you first. Now I analyze, overthink, plan, then crawl back to you when everything collapses. I miss when faith felt natural, not like a battle I have to keep fighting. I miss when I didn't carry so much fear, so much guilt, so much weight. When I wasn't so aware of every scar, every flaw, every failure. I've become cautious, guarded. I used to love freely. Now I measure everything. I used to forgive easily. Now I hesitate, afraid of being hurt again. I used to sing out loud. Now I just hum quietly because something in me feels muted. And yet, deep down, I know the old me wasn't perfect either. He was innocent, yes, but also naive. He thought you existed to make life painless. He thought obedience meant reward, not refinement. He thought God's plan meant comfort, not crucifixion of pride. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe you've been burning away the illusion. Maybe I miss the old me because I haven't yet learned to love the new one. You've changed me, God, and if I'm honest, it's been painful. You took away people I thought I couldn't live without. You allowed seasons that stripped me of everything safe. You let me hit walls where all I could do was cry, why? But somewhere in the pain, I think you were making room for something real. The old me loved you for what you did. The new me is learning to love you for who you are. Even when you're silent, even when you don't explain. Still, it's hard, God. I miss feeling close to you. I miss that effortless connection, like you were right beside me every second. Now you feel more like wind. I know you're there, but I can't grab hold of you. You used to speak through everything, songs, people, moments. Now, sometimes, you speak through nothing, and I'm just supposed to trust that you're still speaking anyway. I confess, I've tried to resurrect the old me. I've replayed memories, chased the same feelings, forced the same prayers, but it doesn't work. The old me is gone. And maybe that's what's hardest to accept. You're not calling me back. You're calling me forward. Forward into a version of me that doesn't rely on emotional highs. Forward into a faith that doesn't collapse under silence. Forward into a love that's not childish, but tested. I guess I just didn't realize that spiritual growth feels like loss. That becoming new sometimes feels like dying. That healing isn't soft, it's surgery. God, I miss how I used to trust you, without overcomplicating everything. But maybe you're teaching me a deeper kind of trust, one that stays even when it feels nothing. A trust that believes you're working when my heart feels numb. I miss how I used to hear you easily, but maybe you're teaching me to listen differently, not with emotions, but with faith, not through signs, but through stillness. Maybe the old me had to fade so you could build someone stronger, someone who won't worship you only when things go right, someone who won't run at the first storm, someone who won't trade intimacy for comfort. So, even though I miss that version of me, the innocent, excited, full of hope me, I know I can't live there anymore. That version didn't know what grace really costs. That version hadn't walked through fire. That version loved you, but hadn't yet clung to you. Now I've seen too much, felt too much. And maybe that's the beauty of it. I don't love you because it's easy anymore. I love you because you stayed when I didn't. You loved me through my numbness, through my confusion, through my silence. So maybe I don't actually miss the old me. Maybe I miss the peace I had before I understood pain. But I wouldn't trade what I've learned now, because now I know you in ways the old me never could. He knew about you, but I've met you. In the silence, in the heartbreak, in the surrender. So, God, I'll stop wishing to go back, because you're not there anymore. You're here. In this version of me, the one still healing, still fighting, still believing. And maybe one day, I'll thank you for this version too. The one that's scarred, but still standing. The one that's been stripped, but still surrendered. The one that knows faith isn't about feelings. It's about love that refuses to walk away. So yeah, I miss the old me, but I'm starting to trust the new one you're building. Because even if I don't feel like I did before, I think I finally know you better than ever. And that's worth everything I lost.